Call Jude then. That's your mate.
Hey, what about Mbappe, bro? Call him if Jude don't answer.
Hold on, I've got to speed that up. No, right.
Give him a quick call.
Obviously, we got to talk about Trent here.
Yeah.
Because, we didn't actually see coming, but obviously news outlets now are linking, Trent to Real Madrid due from the back of what happened last night.
Yeah.
And to give everyone the full context and idea of what kind of happened, we went to a club, or we went to an event. We went to a venue, shall we say, and like you mentioned there, Kylian Mbappe was in there, which we heard, we heard and we got in the end, but we didn't realise who was with him. So I'll give you some of the names that were with him. It feels awkward doing it. I'll pick up the names, but Kylian Mbappe was in there, obviously. Tchouaméni was in there, big him up every time, really good guy. Jude Bellingham, obviously, the Real Madrid link up. A lot of Real Madrid players. And then there was one name, he's not a Real Madrid player yet.
Not yet. Sorry.
sorry, EGT. But Trent Alexander-Arnold was in there, being very pally, obviously. With him and Jude, obviously friends. We know that. We know he's been photoed going to lunch with Jude as well. I believe they flew out here actually together as well. But to then link up with the rest of some of the players.
Yeah. It was always going to cause a bit of a stir, wasn't it?
Speculations are flying about because of you and the fight.
You as well, bro.
Of course.
No, listen, it was when we reported the story, we were just saying innocently what had happened, who we'd seen in the club, and obviously other media outlets have picked up on it, and now there's a whole narrative that Trent. Why is Trent with Real Madrid players in LA? As you said, he's good friends with Jude. I think they've got a real bromance going on, but there has been speculation about Trent going to Real Madrid in the past. Obviously, Carvajal, I think he's 33 years of age now. Trent
is making sense.
Trent honestly would sit perfectly in that Real Madrid team. The way he plays football, I think at times, is not fully appreciated in England. He doesn't get in the England team, and I think him going to Real Madrid... It's
a bit of a cheat code though as well. Think about it. They've got Mbappe, Bellingham. I mean, they've even got like the youngsters, the Gules there, they've got Endrick there, they've got... Obviously, if Trent joins there as well, Vinny's there. Sorry, I had a brain block then. Vinny's there as well.
Hey, another friend of yours. It's Real Madrid FC, isn't it?
I'll be honest, we might have to move out here.
No, I'm ready to live in Hollywood or Beverly Hills or something.
Because I can't believe what's happening. But that's a super team.
Yeah.
Add Trent to that, it's a joke.
It's crazy, but with Real Madrid, they're always seeking dominance, aren't they? And I think Man City have become something of a dominant team. I know Real Madrid won the Champions League again, but I think both fullbacks, they're talking about Alphonso Davies coming this year or next year. If you get Trent on the right, I mean, it's unbelievable. Listen, I know Liverpool fans will be annoyed at this conversation and they're going to want him to stay, but he's got a year left on his contract. Klopp's left. Obviously, if he signs a new deal, that ends speculation. You say, okay, he's going to stay, but he hasn't signed as of yet. And I think... as we said, Real Madrid would like.
Yeah, well, let's do this from our perspective then. Deep down in your heart, what do you think happens? Do you really think it happens this summer that Trent, we see a shock move to go to Real Madrid? Or, because for me personally, what I feel, I don't think it'll be this season. I do feel, I mean, I've seen a lot of the signs. It feels like it will be the right move for him. And I don't want to, again, upset Liverpool fans either, because Trent's a quality player and I know how much they have an attachment to him and big him up. But when Real Madrid come knocking, and he's coming to it, you know what they do. They kind of wait for you to come to the end of your contract as well, get you on a free in, and they look after you. So it's gearing up. It feels like it's gearing up for that move.
Yeah.
Where are you in your heart? Do you think it happens this summer, or do you think it's not? It's too soon?
I mean, there's a flip side because Arne Slot's just come to the club. The one thing you don't want to do is get rid of a top player in your first season, weaken your team. But then on the flip side, he's got a year left on his contract. So you've got to be having a conversation. Are you looking to extend your contract? Because what Liverpool wouldn't want to do is allow Trent to leave on a free next summer. But I think it will probably not be this summer because I just think he'll give the club another season and he'll want to see how it develops without Jurgen Klopp. They've got a new manager. They had a good team last year. I don't think they need much. But I think Madrid... they signed Mbappe on a free. I know there was a lot of a signing on fee, but you would think there might be some money there if they wanted to try and get him. So it wouldn't surprise me if they made an offer, but I think Liverpool will probably hang on to him for another year.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be this summer, but listen, it is what it is. He also he stayed in his area quite a bit last night. But a lot of the other guys seemed like they were moving about a bit. But, it is what it is. It's all up for speculation, but it was interesting. But listen, Liverpool fans, Don't worry, we'll give Jude and Nat maybe a call as well, and see where they're going tonight, and maybe get more of a scoop.
See him again, have another chat.
see where he really, see if he's gonna, will be staying with, whether it's this summer or if he's looking to make a move. But I must say that if you guys, again, if you don't know the story, again, we kind of explained it on AFTV, but we madly ended up in a club with Kylian Mbappe, and then the rest of, majority of the Real Madrid players, Trent was there as well, and it was just interesting. But we innocently told a story like you mentioned, and it feels like now we upload the photos and the story's out, it's kind of caught wildfire. But that's what happens. That's what happens in LA. I mean,
it's crazy, isn't it? Hollywood and that. But I think we knew it. Listen, when you were explaining a story, we didn't say it with any sort of transfer angle to it. But obviously, Liverpool fans love Trent and they're protective of him. They don't want him to go. And I think Real Madrid fans know deep down that he would be another missing piece in that jigsaw. So
I think you'd fit in perfect. I think you'd fit in great.
And that's and obviously, like we said,
they're not going to love that.
We're not doing this to aggravate any Liverpool fans, but I think as a neutral in that situation, we're all like, we'd love to see Trent at Madrid as a player and how he fits in. And he's had a lot of frustration with the England team, hasn't really been able to get Kyle Walker out of the team. I think the last tournament that Walker had, we were kind of saying maybe it's time to move on from him at the age of 34. So I think there are a lot of question marks around Trent. Can he get in that England team? What happens with Liverpool? Does he eventually move? Would Liverpool just let him run down his contract? So I think it's an interesting
one. And I want to do the opposite side. I think that's only respectful and the right thing to do. They could have just been. They're on pre-season break. They could have just been out together. They are mates. That is the other angle. Let's not feed too much into the narrative that has been made, not by us, by what's been happening since the photo dropped. It could just be on a night out. They're on holiday at the moment. They're chilling. Obviously, we do meet up and play Liverpool
on Wednesday. So Liverpool fans, go easy on us. When we're reporting what we saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, on the flip side, because Bellingham was hanging around with Trent and Jordan Henderson when he was leaving Dortmund. Everyone's going, he's going to Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
And deep, he was going to Real Madrid. So listen, he could just be in LA on holiday with his friend and there's nothing in it. But of course, the way social media is and transfers, it all leads to speculation.
Catches wildfire. Well, I'll leave it to you guys in the comments below. Hi, Liverpool fans, I've got just a few questions to pose to you guys, because listen, we want to know about all clubs. That's what we do here on DR Sports. So my first one, I know you might have one as well. What players are you happy to see move on? Because I know at Arsenal we've got a few players that we'd like to see move on. So Liverpool fans, in the comments below, let me know what players are you happy to see move on. I know this one with Trent, it might be a bit close to home and a bit sensitive, but is there players at Liverpool that you'll be happy to see move on for maybe an income of a certain fee to then strengthen? I don't know if you've got a question for him as well.
Question, I know we've spoken about him, but what do Liverpool fans want and expect to happen with Trent? If Trent doesn't sign a new deal, would you keep him and let him run down his contract, or would you try and cash in on him? Or do you throw the bag at him and give him a huge contract to keep him at the club, because he's a top right back and he probably justifies a big contract. So what do Liverpool fans want to do with Trent? What do they expect to happen?
Nice, I like this section. Sorry, I've got one more. Just
go on.
Because listen, everyone knows this, I read comments. Quickly, Liverpool fans again. Arne Slot, obviously new manager. How are you feeling right now in regards to him bringing in players? Because we know that at United, they've acted quick in the market. Ineos have come in and they've made business, they've done business already, made signings. I'll be honest, making me feel like we've only just got Calafrio. I mean, it's not confirmed yet, but it's looking like he's signed already to Arsenal. So, but I still think it's a bit of a slow start to what we're used to in the past window. So, are you worried that Arne Slot hasn't kind of moved quicker, or are you composed, relaxed? It takes time to make these transfers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like the video if you like the video, and we'll see you very soon. Take care. Love.